I was on a mission to kill myself, begging God to take me by using cocaine, alcohol, pills, whatever I can get my hands on. There was a bunch of cops from Lansdale that would hang out in the diner, and they knew me. They would always ask me when I was going to get help and when I was going to turn myself in, because I had a warrant in Bucks County.
I started as a cop in 2008, and about 4 years I got promoted as detective in the street crimes unit. That's how I first met you. I really was excited about doing drug enforcement. That was a passion of mine. I saw how drugs kind of devastated communities in this country, and it was really something I wanted to do. So working in the community, building informants to learn about all the drug habits. I mean, it was an amazing opportunity because I recognized how devastating drugs were, and that's what brought me to you. We got information that there's this guy named Bill Wallace was bringing drugs in from the city, causing a lot of havoc.
I was running back and forth from Kensington to Philadelphia, bringing cocaine to Lansdale. I had connections with all the drug dealers that were working in Philadelphia, working in Lansdale. You were the detective on the case, and you were a different kind of cop. You were trying to help me. And every time a cop pulled me over, they would call you and they would ask you, "What do you want me to do with this guy?" And so you had a lot of insight into why I'm sitting here today and why I'm sober today. The cycle of addiction for me was the same routine every day. Trying to figure out how I'm going to get drugs that day, whether it was stealing and borrowing money from somebody. There was like no way out. October 7th, 2013, I didn't go to work that morning. And the cops went and knocked on my door. I swung the door open and they seen I was in distress and that I wanted to kill myself. And they arrested me. They said, "You know that warrant in Bucks County, we're going to serve it today." They handcuffed me and walked me out. When I walked through the frame of my apartment, I was like chills running through my body, and I felt the presence of God. And I knew that 30 years of pain was over and that I was never going to use again.
I think the biggest challenge that law enforcement faces today, other than recruitment and retention, is we are not robots doing this job. And I say this to you, Bill, because you required a human cop to work with you. You know, you require that human touch. Sometimes we got to stop. We got to look people in the eye and just say, "Hey, can I help you?" Or "Do you need any help today?" And understanding that enforcing the law is only one part of the job. Helping people, showing our humanity is the other part.
I never thought that spending 6 months in jail would help me. But when I got out, you know, Chad and I remained friends, and he's seen my journey. You know, I'm 10 and a half years sober now. Today I'm married. I've been married 9 years. I'm on the senior leadership team at Recovery Centers of America. Recently, after working here 7 years, this year I was named Employee of the Year.
The irony is, I was helping you with your journey, you were helping me with mine, and I didn't realize that. And I don't know how much detail I told you about this, but 2019 or 2020, I really started to suffer some emotional mental health challenges. And there was a time when I was so low, when I left the police department, that I thought, I'm never going to make it back to where I was. The only way out of this for me is suicide. All the good things I did, and somehow that all fell apart. That's how I felt inside. It wasn't real, it was illogical. But man, I watched your journey, and I'm telling you, that rubbed off on me. Because I was now in a situation where I was using alcohol to self-medicate, and I had to find a way out of that. That I used your lessons, I used your experience to really help myself build my resilience, my inner resilience that I need to do, and really get that inner peace that I was struggling to have and live with, which I have now. So thank you.
We were two total opposite people, and on different ends of the law. I was the criminal, you were the detective, and something brought us together, and now we have one common goal. That's to help people achieve sobriety. And I know you would help me, and I would help you in anything you need, and I really appreciate you.
God brought us together, man.